Hello and welcome back everyone, I am the Otaku, and you guys voted for it in the last video poll, so today I'm going to teach you how to not suck at Supremacy. Supremacy is a large-scale game mode with a balance between infantry and vehicle-based warfare, designed to be an all-out combat experience. Rebels and Imperials fight for control of 5 key points in an intense 40-player clash that takes place on some of the largest maps in Star Wars Battlefront. To start things off, let's talk about the general objective of the game mode, then stick around because I'll be going over all the best strategies and loadouts to help you take down the Empire or crush the Rebel scum. Supremacy centers on 5 control points scattered across the map. The objective is to gain control of the majority of them, and if possible all of them, before the 10-minute round is over. Each team starts the match controlling 2 of these points, fighting for control of the 5th one in the center. The control points need to be claimed in a set order. This means that the action will be taking place on 2 control points at one time, one for each team attacking and defending. This game mode can be both crazy and distracting, as you are immediately thrown into the front lines and confronted with infantry, heroes, walkers, and starfighters. The best way to contribute to the team effort and stay focused is by paying attention to the flow of battle and putting your attention in the correct place. Objectives in this game mode are taken by simply standing within the premises displayed on your map. The amount that the objective has been captured is indicated by a circle changing color in a gradual circle formation, and will change faster or slower depending on the amount of people collectively doing it together. A partially captured objective will continue to stay that way until you continue to recapture it, or the enemy stands in the area and defends it, thereby bringing the circle back to its original state. Supremacy maps are always the largest and full-scale versions available. They are designed to accommodate many different types of loadouts and playstyles. For example, each map will have areas that are very open, and most engagements would happen at a long distance. It will also have areas with close quarters that promote close-range combat. Then of course you will have some areas that are mixed with both, and everything in between. The first objective on every map is always the most important one to get, often dictating the flow and outcome of the entire match. It tends to be right in the middle of the map and has the most mixed ranges for combat. As you start off in the game and approach it, you will be usually at a longer to medium distance, and then when you are close to it, you will usually have close to medium range encounters. A good example of this is on Solus Sora Subcomplex, where you start moving up or downhill, and a majority of what stands between both factions is only distance, and there's no actual buildings or large-scale cover in the way. Then as you approach the middle objective, you are fighting in an area that is filled with small to medium-sized containers, rocks, and other things, which makes for medium and mixed distance encounters. The same thing can be seen on Hoth, where both factions are outside fighting at the start, but then must enter inside the mountain complex, fighting inside at medium to close ranges the closer you get to the objective. So based on map design alone, there isn't a very clear answer as to what the best blaster and loadout is going to be when heading off into battle. In fact, you have multiple options to accommodate each situation, and you can always just change what weapon you are using given the circumstances and current objective. But ultimately, what this is going to come down to is your playstyle. However, in my opinion, the best way to go for Supremacy is using a well-balanced loadout. One that is simple, straightforward, and going to work in all situations, and be the most ideal for the first objective. My favorite blasters for this are going to be the A2 ADC, E11, and even the EE3. The 2 ADC has a higher rate of fire, able to put out many bullets before overheating. This is very ideal for someone who likes to take on multiple opponents and never stops shooting. The E11 is slightly slower, so your shots do count for more, but it packs a harder punch and comes with a more refined scope. So it's great for someone who likes to aim down sight and plan their targets. The EE3 is for the high-risk, high-reward sharpshooters with more advanced weapon handling capabilities. It's able to devastate the team if accurate, but leaves you helpless if you miss. All 3 of these blasters are very accurate, low recoil, and overall extremely reliable for most situations. If you want more information on them and their statistics and how to use them, I have some links in the description below. In my opinion, the best traits for this game mode are Scout and Bodyguard. Scout is going to work perfect for someone who is more of an infiltrator. They are pushing objectives very aggressively or found behind enemy lines, systematically destroying them one at a time. Bodyguard is much more defensive, best suited for someone that finds themselves on the receiving end of explosives or needs that extra something to keep them up and running. This player is often charging head-on, leading the team into battle, or taking the attention from the enemy at the front lines. Then it should also go without saying that you do need to have a jetpack, and as of right now the only other competitive star cards are Pulse Cannon, Thermal Detonator, or one of the Ion ones. However, in the future, if other star cards get buffed to a usable state or new ones are introduced, then consider trying them out. Just ask yourself this question: what does the current objective and flow of battle look like, and what is going to help me the most given that situation? Your charged star cards are going to be partially preference and partially playstyle. I would suggest keeping 2 loadouts, one with Explosive Shot and one with Scan Pulse. Explosive Shot goes great with Bodyguard and gives you extra stopping power to go with the more defensive trait. Scan Pulse, on the other hand, is very well suited for somebody who is a sneaky player, often in dangerous situations, surrounded by enemies, as they would be when using Scout and infiltrating. However, you might like to use Personal Shield, or whatever else new charged card comes along in the future DLC. Once again, the important thing is maintaining balance for your loadout and what's going to benefit you the most in the current situation. Now let's talk strategy and playing the objective. The truth is, there is only ever 2 objectives active at one time, and you can either be attacking one or defending your own. There are also multiple ways to play Supremacy, as it offers infantry, vehicle, hero gameplay in a 3-dimensional environment, with what I mentioned before, multiple types of situations for varying distances of encounters. Sitting at the back of the map and sniping with a T-21B is a totally viable option, just like flying around in the untouchable A-Wings all game, or constantly camping out hero tokens. Unfortunately, there isn't any form of communication in the game, and no way for people to direct the team. You're going to have to just decide for yourself what kind of player do you want to be, and what way can you benefit the team the most. In reality, as long as you are killing enemy players or attempting to take the objectives, then you are contributing to the team. Each and every form of combat in the game assists in one way or another, and I don't think that one way is more viable than the next. But I will say this: regardless of what you are doing, the important part is that you are doing it to the best of your abilities and trying to receive the most benefit of doing so. That means while sitting far back and sniping may be fun and cool, if you could put your focus on defending an objective, it would probably benefit the team more than killing off random people in the distance that aren't really a threat at the moment. The same thing is said for vehicles and heroes. It's cool and awesome and fun to kill random stragglers and rack up a big KD, but having that kind of stopping power push towards objectives can really be what the team needs to move forward. So the best strategy for Supremacy is to prioritize what is important. The game is won as a team effort, and the more people that are on the same page, the easier it is for you to work together and capture the objectives. I see whole teams with a negative KD win because they simply rush the objectives together. I also see players go 100-0 in the A-Wing all game, but still lose because simply killing players doesn't win the game. The real strategy for Supremacy is simply always having the objective in mind, no matter what you are doing. If you are looking for more strategies or techniques on how to do well with specific things like your blaster of choice, playing as an infantry or a hero, then make sure you check out my other videos. I do have many of them dedicated to these exact topics and will help you immensely when playing Supremacy or any other game mode. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to vote on what video you want next in the poll that pops up in the top right corner of the video. Give a like and subscribe if you want more videos like this, and if you love Otaku, you want to support the channel, then feel free to share the videos around or even donate. There is a link in the description below, no account necessary, just enter the information, click donate, and away you go. Thank you again guys, lots more videos to come, but until then, as always, may the Otaku be with you.